Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Good to have you. Thanks for joining us again and watching the videos. And look, off of the back of that, if you're enjoying the content, please like and share the videos, subscribe to the channel so you can see everything we're doing, because we would love to be able to share the information that we're putting out with as many people as possible so everybody can hear what we're talking about. Today we're talking about interdimensional beings versus intergalactic beings. And so one of the most interesting things, one of the most crazy things that we see with the alien phenomena is obviously UFOs. There's been millions of sightings of UFOs all across the globe, all different types of things that have been seen, and nevertheless they all come down to the same point, that they are superhuman, that they are supernatural, and that nothing that we possess in terms of our technology can explain what UFOs do. And so they hit speeds of over 750 miles an hour, which is the point at which you would begin to hear sonic booms. So as our aircraft hit that kind of plateau of about 750 miles an hour, they hit the sound barrier. As they hit the sound barrier, you hear what's known as a sonic boom. But UFOs can travel in excess of 750 miles an hour and don't hit any sonic booms, meaning that if the craft are physical things, physical materials, how do they hit a sound barrier, one of the natural laws that govern this planet? How are they able to go through the sound barrier and not hit a sonic boom, meaning that it's not something that has a substance to it, that when it hits the sound barrier there's an effect, right? So in terms of the abilities of UFOs to fly and go through things like sound barriers, they're superhuman, they're supernatural. They can fly vertically at supreme speeds. They can turn at speeds that we can't even fathom. Let's say it's more than 750 miles an hour. If our craft with human beings in them could make those turns, the G-force would turn those people into mush. Okay, but UFOs are able to make superhuman turns super quickly with the appearance of not hurting the inhabitants inside, right? You know, some of the things that we hear about UFOs is that they can start off as one shape and transform or morph into other shapes. And not only can they morph into other shapes, but they can also morph into multiple craft, meaning you have one craft that is very large, and then all of a sudden that large craft seems to separate into smaller crafts. So how is that possible? We have nothing like that sort of technology on this planet currently, and certainly not ones that we are aware of, but again, depends on who you listen to. Now, in essence, what that simply means is that when we talk about UFOs, the common thread or the thing that you cannot take away from is the fact that they are able to transcend all of the known physical laws that stop our craft from being able to do the things that they can do. I mean, even simple things like being able to track them. We can track UFOs when they appear in our airspace. But also one of the things about UFOs, which is what's going to lead me on to the next part that I'm going to talk about, is the fact that UFOs can appear, disappear, and reappear in a split second. And whenever the UFOs disappear, we then lose our ability to track them. And it's only once they reappear can we then pick them up on our radar. And so what's even crazier than that is the fact that our airplanes, you know, the army, etc., that are following the UFOs, tracking them visually as well as on our radars, that when the UFOs disappear, our aircraft can go into the same space that UFO occupied, but our aircraft don't disappear. So that begs the question about all sorts of things. And actually, for me, and I'm no scientist, although I know little bits and pieces, you know, that kind of discounts things like wormholes and black holes and cloaking devices and stuff like that. And we take most of that information from films and movies. You know, I mean, there is some sound scientific theories around wormholes and the ability to use wormholes to travel vast distances and black holes and stuff like that. But when you talk about cloaking devices and a vehicle becoming invisible, that's really science fiction. And then, you know, but some of the things that we've seen in the movies and on TV series is that when a vehicle is able to be cloaked, it doesn't dispossess, meaning that it's still a physical object. But yet, if it was a cloaking device that the UFOs were using, it doesn't explain the fact that when our aircraft go into the same space that UFO occupied, how comes we don't hit nothing? We have launched the book. It is ready to go, and you can purchase it if you'd like some more information or want to go a bit deeper into the sessions that you've seen me deliver on my channel. Just email us at the address there. The book will be £7.50. We'll tell you how to pay for it, and then we'll get you a copy of the ebook, which means that it's no longer a physical entity. It's no longer a physical substance, because then our aircraft would then hit their aircraft or the UFOs. So that means that not only can they disappear and reappear, whatever happens to the UFOs when they disappear, they are no longer a material that has substance that we can discern with our five senses. This then begs the question, what happens when they disappear? Because something that's been long held in the back of my mind that I don't remember hearing anybody really address, that if the craft, if the UFOs, or the correct terminology is UAPs, but I'm old school, we call them UFOs. If the UFOs are from another solar system, from another galaxy, then why is it, or how is it, that they're able to transcend all of the known physical laws that we hold, that we know are true in the universe? So for example, and again, I'm no scientist, but if you go to the furthest regions in outer space, as far as we have been able to visualize and see, that there is a constant that still works, which is the speed of light. And so if we understand the speed of light here on the planet, and we know it as a natural law, then how is it that if UFOs come from different solar systems, different galaxies in our universe, then how are they able to transcend the laws that we know are active within our universe? Now, the obvious answer to that question is that because they are thousands and millions of years ahead of us in terms of technology, that their technology would be able to transcend the things that we can't. And so I do understand that. That still doesn't completely make sense for me, because there are certain laws that we cannot bypass. So how are they able to bypass them? Now, this is where we move over into something completely different. Because what was theorized a few decades ago, especially when the aliens kept changing their story as to their origin, so what was theorized is that they are not intergalactic races, but they are interdimensional. Now, that then, for me, begins to explain how they are able to transcend the laws that we know are constant in the universe, because they are not subject to the rules and the laws of this dimension, because they are from a different dimension I would go as far as to say they are from a higher dimension, meaning that they are able to transcend all of the known laws within our universe because they come from a dimension that is not subject to the same laws. Now that makes sense to me. I really hope you enjoyed this session. I hope it's brought some understanding, and I hope you will like, share and subscribe, and look out for the next teaching. And so we'll see you next time. God bless.